Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
I know that's a cliche, but we must win. We will win. Win is the name of game.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year. This is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it is Friday night live, man, here on the Cowboy Up podcast. Man, Happy New Year to everybody, man, that follows the Cowboy Up podcast. Man, Happy New Year to my man Rue from the Hill Country of Texas. Man, Happy New Year to my man Mikey, all the way in Arizona, Mr. 520 himself. Man, look, we didn't do a show Tuesday, so hey, man, we wanted to get live on Friday night. Hey, man, I got some sad news though for everybody that's watching. One of our hosts decided to go solo. He said he's gonna be Michael Jackson of this bullshit, and that's Armando 21. I'm fucking with y'all, man. He at work. Anyway, shout out to 21. Shout out to 21, man. He gonna try to pop in and everything like that, man. You know, when you take them long vacations to California, you try to get them hours back. Man, hey, always, man, introducing the crew, man, from the Hill Country of Texas, man. Retrofit Sports is my man. Rue, hook 'em. What's up, baby?
We survived. That's all I can say. We survived. I can live with it.
Hey, I know, man. We was all in the group chat, man. Hey, we're gonna get into that. But all right, we're gonna talk about that next. And man, my man Mikey, Mr. 520 himself from Arizona. Mikey, man, Happy New Year. How was your New Year, baby?
Happy New Year. Trying to get rid of that stank That stank from 2020, and let's see if 2025 is kinder to our teams or our
But
team.
yeah,
More
yeah,
like
our
that.
team.
His team
we only got
making
we only got one
unnecessary,
team alive out of
yeah,
out of
making
six of them.
unnecessary wagers
Huh?
on that team. Stank be gone.
Well, look, man. Hey, we're gonna start off this Friday Night Live. We just gonna talk about the events that actually happened a few days ago, man. Ruse, Texas Longhorns. The man snuck out of there with a victory, a hard fought victory. When we first was watching it, we thought this was gonna be a walk in the park for them Longhorns. But Mr. Scatterboo, which I was calling Pickaboo Streets, decided he wanted to play a little football in the second half and made it rough on you, Rue. So are you okay? Are you recovering from this past game with those hated Arizona State Sun Devils?
Fucking hated, fucking piece of shit eating, fuck them herpes having, motherfucking no education, gas pumping sons of bitches. Arizona State's come devils.
I don't think Mikey likes them. I don't think.
No,
I don't think he
Arizona
likes them.
State is definitely Mikey's least favorite team on this planet. He might hate them more than he hates the Eagles. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think you might. I think you might hate
It's the
them a little more.
Niners and then scum devils like that.
Oh man, and obviously, as y'all know, Mikey will tell you go ahead and bear down because he's a wildcat from Arizona.
Yeah.
But for me, man, I haven't seen Arizona State in a long time, just because I didn't watch much Pac-10, Pac-12 football, because why? And I didn't watch much of the Big 12 this year. But obviously it was a great story. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it was a great story. Pick to come in dead last, you come
True.
out first. They're really not good at picking who's going to be the champion of the Big 12, because I feel like in the last 3 years, that's twice that's happened. TCU did it the
Yeah.
time before last.
Yep.
They were picked last and they won the Big 12. But you know, th- at the end of the day, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was cocky as shit. I was happy as fuck going into that first half. I was a little worried closing out that first half, but at
Uh-huh.
the end of the day, I'm like, bro, we're holding Cam Scatterboo to 3 yards. I'm like,
Mhm.
Scatter who?
Yeah.
This guy is the
That
best
was all in the
running back
group
the
chat.
NFL
That was in the
in
group chat.
NCAA?
Scatter who?
This guy's the best guy, huh? Very impressive. Less than 50 yards in the first half, and then he exploded for 200 total in the second.
Was that
Like,
me, guys? I'm sorry. My internet came in and out.
No.
No.
You
All right,
good.
cool, my
You good.
bad.
You good.
But then he absolutely explodes in the second half, and it's like, dude, he couldn't be stopped. And I mean, the dude gave everything he had. He absolutely deserved the MVP of that game.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he's puking on the sidelines, dying. Like, I mean, he was going through it throughout the entire game, and
He's
I
putting it
I got to
in.
give it to him. It was very impressive what he was able to do, especially against a very stout Texas defense. Especially on the inside. We got some big boys in there. I don't know if y'all saw that jumbo package that we bring in, but
Yeah.
we got some big boys on the inside, and they were able to do some pretty interesting things. What I hate is all the bullshit about the calls. The calls didn't decide the game. Those calls went both ways. If you really want to break it all the way down, those calls went both ways, and there's plenty of things that both teams can gripe about throughout the entirety of that game. At the end of the day, I just feel like the referees just let them play, and that isn't that what we want? Do we really want games decided by penalties at the end of the game? We gripe about it all the time, but because it's Texas and it's like everybody's got some kind of gripe against Texas, which, to be honest, we don't really give a shit about any of y'all. All we worry about is Texas, and Oklahoma sucks. But outside of that, it's like, bro,
What time is it, bro?
Care. I don't really care. And OU still sucks. But all I'm saying is, I don't understand all the hatred. Like, I know I sent y'all that video with Tavondre Sweat. That's a real thing. People like randomly don't like us for whatever reason, and I'm like, y'all act like we've been whipping y'all's ass for the last 15 years. If we're being honest with ourselves, that was OU. Y'all are just mad because we're in the mentions, and it's like y'all are just mad about nothing. So I don't know how else to put it, but at the end of the day, they won a gritted out game on a 4th and 13 play where Quinn hits Gunnar Helm over the middle, and it's just like a beautiful thing. Joe Jefferson, you know we
Hey,
won.
shout
Sir.
that man out right now.
You know we won, sir. Come on.
No, he's buying
St.
shit
St.
right now.
Louis
He's
Joe.
in the Metroplex area buying any star he fucking sees. That man. Have a good weekend.
Hey,
Sir.
while we in Texas at the same time, Joe ain't have time for me. I'm too busy buying shit, Chris. I ain't got time to be fucking with you.
He's like, you can't buy that, man. That's a part of the sidewalk, Joe.
but no, yeah, Joe, man, he the Longhorns won. We, this is just a Friday Night Live, man. This show we gonna get into Cowboys, but we ain't seen it. We trying to catch up from this weekend, so we've
had a lot go down, man.
Yeah.
Like there's been a lot. There's a lot going on.
No shit.
There's lots going on in this joint. But hey, man, I was really excited for you though, bro, because I went back from the beginning. I was like, man, me and Rue started the season together up in Ann Arbor, watching his Longhorns. I'm seeing the journey of the Longhorns, right? So people can't say y'all didn't go through the gauntlet, right? Okay, so
but they do. That's the other thing. It's like, oh, y'all didn't play y'all haven't played nobody. Y'all ain't played nobody.
Bullshit,
I'm like,
Georgia
it's not
twice.
my fault. It's not my fault that when I went into these games, all these teams were ranked, and then by the end of the season came, they weren't. That's not my fault. It's not like I scheduled Murray State in my schedule. It's not like I scheduled North Dakota State on my schedule. I scheduled real teams on my schedule. We had Michigan on our schedule, national title champion from last season. Top 10 team when we played.
At Michigan.
Top 10 team when we played. You were
At
ranked.
Michigan.
At Ann Arbor. Say whatever you will. Quinn Ewers has a hell of a resume on the road. He drives me absolutely crazy sometimes, and even I am like, bring in Arch. I'm tired of the bullshit. But at the end of the day, he earned his time to finish out this season, and he's gotten us this far. And you can't bench him after what he did at the end of that game. I mean, you complete the fourth. You can't. I was calling for it. I was upset. I was.
Say your point,
I'll stand on that. But the fact of the matter is, and my buddy said it to me. He was like, "You finish on the 4th and 13, you hit it. You go into the first overtime, you match it, you get it.
Done.
You come in straight from the second overtime, you score on the first fucking play, you did it. 2-point conversion is good.
The 2-point dots. He threw
fuck
3
it.
dots.
It's like, bro, I love to hate that motherfucker, but I'm telling you right now, you give it to Ohio State that quick, you ain't gonna survive. It's gonna be a rout. It'll be a rout.
Hey, I know what you need to do when y'all go in against Ohio State. Change your colors to maize and blue.
Go
ahead, Mikey.
That
go
shit
ahead.
Work on Alabama.
Go ahead, Mikey.
well, look. Like I said it at the end of our text. Our text thread, I don't know, but he rudely to steam down after all that. Poor kid, he probably smoked. He was smoking cigarettes after that shit.
Oh, dude, I was bro,
smoking tobacco. But no, it was actually 3 freaking plays 6 plays.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of the game, the first 3 plays, we were up 14-0, right?
Yeah.
And then the touchdown in overtime, the 4th and 13, the 2-point conversion dot.
It was clutch.
Clutch. And then another thing, and then this is where ABC and ESPN got it all fucked up. Sorry, I have it all fucked up. Did you guys see the touchdown coming off the break?
No, it was real quick. It was real quick.
But that's where we were talking about where the broadcasting fucked up. When you miss a play, a regular run play, that's still broadcasting 101 fuck up. But it was the right next to how the fuck you let Helm get behind, and then we didn't see that play. So we complained about that, but nevertheless, he made that play, which was fucking changed everything, took the air out of the ASU because they were on the brink of winning that game and advancing. Where, like you said, they were in last place. We thought they were dead in the water. You got to give them their credit. Like, I was watching the game with Giovanna. Me and Giovanna watch football, and she was cheering for the Sundowns. Like, you better shut your ass up with that bullshit. But it was compelling, good football. like it was. There's the
It was the best
football
game
in you
of the
that
week.
was like,
It was the
you
best
got to
game
give
of the
it
week.
to that. As far as the programming goes, the tragedy in New Orleans is nothing to overlook. Yeah. But knowing that they weren't going to play that game, and then to play the Rose Bowl during the overtime was another really foul. That was crazy. We said the exact same message at the exact same time where they fumbled it.
Because when they canceled the Sugar Bowl, okay, I was like, this is perfect that they went into overtime because they can push the Rose Bowl game back. Won't nobody miss a down of neither games, okay? But when they started that game, I was like, that makes no sense to me.
None.
Why are you starting this game? And by the time we got over there after Texas and Arizona State finished, it was like almost the end of the first quarter. And I was just like, well, this game is actually over now.
It's already over.
Why we even watching
like, who's this Smith guy?
Dude, I think I caught maybe 10 minutes of the Ohio State Oregon game.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, this game over. Let's go get something to eat.
I mean, bro, you know what? That's funny. We just take the main course. I didn't even realize that start. I wasn't gonna flip the channel, no way. Like, this is the only game I was concerned with.
But think about that, But we just celebrated.
No, it doesn't make sense that they did that at all.
We celebrated and ate on some good football, right?
Yes.
And then to take a breath and say, "Holy shit!" There's a whole another game, which is Oregon, the undefeated team at the time before the game is decided. But in our heads, we take a breath and say, "Oh shit, babe, order chicken wings." There's another or order duck wings. There's another whole fucking game on. And when we flipped over, we saw the score. It was, and the manner of the play, we were just done. And what we just saw was a work of art. The other thing was shit on the street.
Hey, ain't it curious to y'all? I mean, it's funny to me because it's a total fucking different team when they don't play Michigan. When they play Michigan, they decide they want to be the bully, and you can't bully Michigan, right? But they know they're a finesse team. They know they're the greatest show on turf. They got to throw. They got the best fucking receivers in the country. And they wouldn't throw the ball against Michigan. But when you see them against Tennessee, you see them against the number one team in the country, you were like, who the fuck is these guys? Was these the same guys that played in Columbus against Ann Arbor? No, they not. So now I'm really afraid now. Rue, I need a favor. Dude, hey, I don't give a damn what Stark got to do. They at home in Texas. Matter of fact, are you going to the game?
No, you know what's fucked up? This was fucked up.
Yeah, tell us. Wait. Before you say that, you could have went to that Rose Bowl.
I could have went to the Rose Bowl, but I got told late. But go ahead, Rue.
So listen, and it's funny too, because my best friend is my boss, right? Like he runs a company with a couple other people, right? So. So this fool calls me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, if we win games at the Cotton Bowl, Jerry World," and I was like, "All right, what's up? Like, what's good? What day is it?" He's like, "The 10th." I was like, "What day is it?" He's like, "It's a Friday." I was like, "All right, bet. Like, I'm down. Let's go." His wife in the background. Hey, what day? The 10th. The 10th? That's the Christmas party for work. Shit.
Wait a minute. Y'all have the Christmas party in January?
After Christmas?
We had a special circumstance. Something got fucked up and we couldn't have everybody there because we got people coming from different places, right? Okay. Somebody had something go down and we had to reschedule it. So they did it for right after the first of the year so they could rebook flights and do all that stuff, right? Because we got people coming from like Louisiana, Utah, and like because something went down and we had to move it, they had to move it. So and he in the chat right now. He literally in the chat right now. He's saying he's sorry. He's saying he's sorry.
Hey, send me the tickets. I'll fly back to Texas. Shit, I go watch that shit, and I'll wear nothing but Michigan shit. I have nothing but. I said I'm here to troll.
As long as you're rooting for us, I don't care.
Hey, let me tell you. Hey, Mikey brought this up, but I don't know if the audience caught it. Okay, so when we watching these games, right? He's watching these games on New Year's Day. I get a call from I still call her my niece, but it's my nephew's ex. They dated years ago, but we still keep in contact, right? So she got
always
married.
gonna be Uncle. You always gonna be Uncle Chris.
Always Uncle Chris. So she called me because she saw a Facebook post. She said, "Chris, you in California?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You in LA?" I said, "No, I'm in San Francisco." She said, "Oh." She said, "Man, I was calling you because we had an extra ticket to the Rose Bowl and wanted to know if you wanted to go." And it's literally 2 hours before kickoff, right? It's literally 2 hours before kickoff. I said, if you'd have called me exactly 4 hours ago, I would have made it, because here in San Francisco, it's kind of like Dallas Fort Worth flights. You know, it's like every 30, every 45 minutes, you can catch a flight to LA. And my wife said, yeah, the flight just left 45 minutes ago. I was like, I was sick because, hey man, I would have had on nothing but Michigan stuff, looking for Ohio State people, right? Just to troll, you know.
Who you looking at? Who you looking at?
Hey, I just wanted to troll.
If they would have eyeballed you, you would have shut the fuck down. How many? You would have said the exact number of days. How many days has it been? How many days has it been?
Dude,
so 1,005, whatever you say.
Hey, dude, you know I would have did it, right? I would have added it. I would have added it to my T-shirt, the national championship. Because I'd already I'm gonna put on my national championship T-shirt, my Michigan shit, and then I was gonna carry a sign on how many days it been since they beat. like
just
Rue
getting their heads a little bit.
Yeah, like
Ryan
Rue
Day see that sign.
Like Rue was trolling us up in Ann Arbor. I remember the Alamo, but y'all remember App State. That shit wasn't right. That wasn't right. that was so uncalled for. But Rue got so much love from that sign from Michigan fans. Michigan fans go, all right, that's funny. All right, you got us.
That was a dub for Mexico.
Yeah, man, I didn't appreciate that. But look, man, hey, man, that was our holiday weekend, man. But let's talk a little. Y'all want to talk some Cowboys?
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
I just have to say one thing for Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The way Texas win that game against Ohio State, please, for the love of God, let's run that rock. Let me see a lot of Blue, a lot of Wisner. Keep that offense off the field. Keep your defense fresh for once. Convert on third down, and please stick to that run, because we didn't run it at all. We couldn't run against Arizona State. We got to be able to run against Ohio State. Have to.
But can I say this also though? I was with you on that Arch Manning thing. I'm not the first one to post it. I'm not the biggest Quinn Ewers fan. I to me, Quinn Ewers to me is Nick Foles. That's
bear down.
He kind of holds you in the game, but he really don't do anything exciting, you know. But
and my thing is his head really in it? Because apparently there's this rumor floating around. He's got $6 million offer for next year to transfer to wherever the hell he's going to go. And it's just like, bro, all the more power to you, but you either go finish this job or we're going to get in the other guy to do the job. But is he in it all the way? What's he really thinking about? Because, bro, he's so hit or miss. I've been living with this dude all year. He hasn't looked the same since Michigan. Michigan was like his best game. He was killing it at Michigan. Killing it. Yeah. He shut that crowd down. I was like, bro, there he is. There he is. That's my Heisman candidate. That's my guy who's going to lead us through the playoff. There he is.
If Stetson Bennett could win,
it was like,
this guy's better than Stetson Bennett. I know Stetson Bennett was 52, but Quinn Ewers is better than Stetson Bennett, bro.
Stetson Bennett team was so stacked, though, man. Yeah. They was fucking stacked everywhere.
But Texas is legit too, though, bro. That number 11 kid, that little Cavante Turpin dude, like, get him on a slip screen, dude. He's fast as hell.
Hey, Texas. Now, I gotta give Quinn. Like I said, I'm not a Quinn Ewers fan, but I gotta give him his flowers. That fucking 4th and 12 was a bullet. Right on it. I was like, big time play. for big time players. I mean, you needed that, and they did it. And then the next play, they get the fucking ball, boom, touchdown. He say, let's end this shit right now. So
Dude.
hey man, I was really excited for Texas. Look, I don't hate Texas. Texas is just not my team. When I was growing up, when I was a little kid, my first jersey was a Longhorn jersey. But when I seen them damn Wolverines on TV,
Yeah,
that X-nayed everything.
you're lucky it was in Delaware.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you this, Can fan. I'd love to see Scatterboo in a Cowboys jersey. That boy runs hard. That boy can
and you
do
know
a lot
what?
of
As
different
much
things.
as it hurts me to
He's a
fucking
great
say,
player.
because
He's an
you know
absolutely great
what,
player.
Darren Woodson, one of our best ever, is a damn scum devil, but he never beat Arizona. That's why I'm cool with it. I saw with my own eyes this motherfucker. I stayed there to the fourth quarter. My kids had left. That dude is just something tough.
The kids say we're out, huh?
Hey, dude, did you see Cam Scottaboo's daddy? Look exactly, he pissed that kid out. Looks exactly like his ass.
Yeah, they look identical. They look
All right,
the
now
same.
it's time to talk to Cowboys. Mikey fucked it up.
Carbon copy for sure.
Hey man, like I say, hey, also guys, the link is in the bio, man. This is Friday Night Live, man. It's whatever today. Okay, we wanted to talk about our New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and everything like that. I spent my New Year's Eve on a plane on the way back, but luckily I got first class, and the big fella was pounding them vodka cranberries. All the way
I'm
back
curious,
from
though.
Texas.
I'm curious. Was there any surprises for y'all after the week? Noticing that every team that came off bye lost.
Dude, I was
single
gonna
one.
mention
All right,
that. I was gonna
about
mention that because some of the teams had a really long layoff from their conference championship game till New Year's Eve, and then the other teams played the week before, so they in it, right?
10
And
days. They were 10 days apart. It was a good break.
I was really disappointed in Boise. I thought Boise was gonna play better, okay, but I knew Penn State was bigger and stronger. It's a different league in the Big Ten and the SEC than the conference they play in, okay, because it's a big team. So I was disappointed in Boise. I thought they were gonna play better. I was very disappointed in Oregon because Oregon came in there and played like absolute shit, like they didn't want to be there. Okay, the Longhorns and as Mikey say, them Scum Devils. The Scum Devils surprised me because they had heart. They had heart. They had fight, and I don't chalk that game up as, hey, I had a bye week, but they came to play. Okay.
And now, I think that Georgia Dome is not good for Texas, bro.
Dude, I was going, hey, if they would have lost that game, they would have been 0-3 in that damn stadium.
I don't like that building, man. I don't like that building. That building hasn't been the same since Sam fucking Ellinger was in that building talking about we're back.
Yeah. And you know, I like Cam Scatterboo, but when he started talking all this wow to the camera, I was like, shut up. You look so good right now, man.
Yeah. But they was talking trash before the game, and I was like, man, you don't really want to do that in playoffs, but hey, if that's y'all swagger, that's the way you want to carry it, because it look bad on your ass if you don't cash in. You remember how nervous as Cowboys? I'm gonna segue to the Cowboys when Jimmy Johnson say we gonna win, you can put it in 3-inch letters. I was like, please don't say that shit.
But that was the 93 Cowboys, bro. The 93 Cowboys are probably the best team in history.
It was. All right, man, let's talk about them damn Cowboys here, man. This is a Cowboy podcast, so let's talk about them just a little bit, Oh, man. I was so excited going into Philadelphia, man, just thinking, because we've been having a lot of fight lately. The defense has been playing well. Dude, that first possession, when we went down the field, and I was like, God damn, they looking fly. They looking fresh. Mike McCarthy is calling some plays that, I'm really digging. And then my man throws a pick six. Man, if that was Dak Prescott, man, the world would have came to an end. Oh Lord Jesus, there you go, throwing pick sixes. All right, I forgive you for that. All right, pick six. Come back down and score. It's 7-7. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling wonderful here. 7-7. Game looks good. And next thing you know, the Cowboys say, I don't want to play no more.
Take my ball and go home.
It got ugly quick.
They're all like, fuck Mike.
It got ugly so fucking fast. Normally I try not to, when the Cowboys in Michigan play, I try not to text because I'm so focused in the game, right? When it got to halftime, I said, oh, this shit's over, bro. They don't even want to play no more. And I'm thinking, okay, it was gonna be cold in Philly. Dude, it was 60-something degrees, the sun's out. I really thought this game where it actually showed when the defense get tired and the offense have no production, this is the outcome. So we'll start with you, Mikey, man. What did you think, Mikey, about the game in Philadelphia?
It was competitive. 2 drives. Of course, we shot ourselves in the foot. We came back and responded, but it was over. It was over as far as their spirit and their fighting. It feels like it's been a long time. So I'm gathering and it was crazy how they have Cooper Rush's number. Mm-hmm. With the pick six, and we couldn't overcome those points, and then all of a sudden we have a second string quarterback that's hurt. He goes down, then we get this third string quarterback, then he gets one on us, and Saquon, a man amongst boys, it looked like. And that was sneaky to see how much he got. I know they're trying to save him for the playoffs. They give him 30 fucking carries. And the game was done. We were deflated, dejected, but for the first time since 2011, they gave us the damn broom. And that just don't sit right with me at all. At all.
To me, it didn't bother me because I know where my team is. It'd be different if my team was healthy, then I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, man, these motherfuckers can't ever sweep us. Never, ever, ever, right? But just because the team sucks, everybody's hurt, well, especially on offense, it didn't bother me.
Jake hasn't been the same since he got hurt, and what I mean? A lot was put on Jake Ferguson to take it to another level. And we've seen turnovers and fumbles out of him. Once we turned it over, we just lost the touchdown. You're not going to win turning the ball over. Yeah. Period. End of story. When you're not yourself, and that was what we did different in the game. That's what was the tell in the game, and then they controlled it, and it was done. It was fucking done. And we're Cowboy fans, so we watched it to the
end until they hit 0-0. Rue, what did you think about that damn fucking first half of the Cowboys, man?
I mean, it's typical fashion, right? It was a little fool's gold in the beginning. I don't know. It feels like this team is just at that point because with Lamb gone now, and with everybody basically taking it as we're out of the playoffs, it's done. At this point, I'm just happier that the draft pick is getting a little lower, right? That's all that really matters at this point because the season's done. The season was done in the minute Dak tore his thigh bone off his bone. The thigh off his bone. It's just we're in that state where I'm just trying to figure out what's happening next because, the game is what it is right now. At this point, it's just like who sticks out, who's the young guy that kind of makes a difference, who's filling in the spot, who's making the most noise, playing hard, trying to show that they want to earn the spot for next year. But it's just the young guys at this point that you're looking at. And I feel like Mingo's trying to, right? Like it's almost like he's trying to.
He got 2 catches.
Yeah, but it's
What, he got a grand total of 8 catches for 16 yards?
And that's our 4th round pick we're talking about. That's our 4th
Yeah,
round pick.
I mean, that's a story in itself, ain't it?
Hey, matter of fact, Anthony and Boots, man, if y'all want to join us, man, the link is there, man. Jump in if you want to, bro. Look, man, this is my thing, man. I was like, okay, I didn't, I picked the Cowboys to win, but I picked them because they were the Cowboys over the Eagles. I had no grandeur thinking that they was going to beat the Eagles, but I actually thought they was going to play better. You know what I mean? Because they gave us that false sense of security with the 4 out of 5 games and looking good against Tampa, barely losing to the Bengals, beating Washington in Washington. So we had expectations of, them playing better. And it was so frustrating, man, at halftime, and you look at the score and you remember the first quarter. The Cowboys won the first quarter other than that turnover. That pick six, they won the first quarter, but then after that, man, they didn't want to play no more. I don't understand.
I feel like the wind got sucked out of these sails the minute that CeeDee Lamb wasn't going to play anymore. The minute that he stopped playing, I feel like that's when they were just like, it just is. It's over. Like, it just is what it is. Like, we're not even going to spoil it for anybody at this point.
Right. What you think, Mikey?
I just hate losing to the fucking Eagles.
I feel you, bro.
Then, of course, and Rue has really spit it realistically, even the way he wagered, and he picked the Eagles to win this game, but we see this competitiveness out of us where it is fools going, and we're gonna take the cheese because fuck that team, like fuck that green, and then they wore that nasty throw up Cali green and. We take it because
Mikey, real quick. You know why I hate when they get rid of Kelly Green? That's my mama's family name is Kelly, and I get mad as shit every time they say Kelly Green. I was like, I get angry every time.
And that's Kelly is an Irish name anyway, so you're good. But and it reminds you of that 4th and 1 call with Barry Switzer in 2000 and what is it 2095? But they wore white with the Cali green, and we had the blue with the white stars.
Yeah,
that
low
jersey
left.
I always wear. But that reminds you of that, and it's just coming down to reality. Can I ask you guys a question?
Go ahead.
In shitty seasons, the season felt like it's gone longer than ever. This season felt like it flew by. It was it's a cursed season, but it was a blessing that we're already down to our last game, and we don't have to see like I said earlier, the stank of the damn season.
Dude, I felt like training camp was the other day. The season did fly by, man. But I didn't expect this outcome of the season, though. I really didn't, man. I thought that the Cowboys at least was going to make it to the playoffs. Even though we didn't win the East, I thought they would be in the playoffs. But, man, fucking injuries, man, riddled this team the whole season. They never could get all the starters together. Not one game. In the whole season, not one game. Every last starter from on paper from the beginning of the season till now has not played together.
And Sam Williams to Demario Novershone.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. Fuck.
Yeah. And dude, it just, and then remember Michael missed 3 or 4 games.
Michael missed some time.
We hadn't seen D Law since what, week 2, week 3?
Yeah,
and we probably might not see D Law ever again. That's a big possibility.
They said he was supposed to play 3 weeks ago. You ain't seen D-Law, okay?
For what though? For what?
Well, of course now it don't matter. I mean, but when they was telling us, remember we were still in it, so we was expecting to see D-Law, but every time I think of D-Law, I was thinking the fucker's tired.
He's not tired.
Seems like the big fella just encountered, and we were 3-2 after the Steelers game. That was true. After a big win where we spent 6 hours live Remember the rain delay? And
Oh
we was
God, yeah.
yeah, the rain
Yes,
delay.
dude.
We were on live for 6 hours, bro, because we went live the hour before regular kickoff, right? So then they pushed the kickoff back with an hour and a half, right? Then it was a 4-hour game. Dude, we were on there for 6 hours,
I
bro.
wonder your blood alcohol level was.
It was. Hey, the you want the Canada measurements or the American measurements?
There's too much blood in my alcohol system.
Hey man, the Can Fan is is sponsored by this a seltzer company called I think it's Bling. Anthony, if I'm correct, I think it's called Bling. They don't sell it here. That shit's so good, man. And
These are so good.
dude. I
He
think
said
we
it's so
punished-
good.
dude. Once it hit your lips, it was just.
I was waiting. I was waiting.
Once it hit your lips, it was just so good. Oh, it was drip. I'm sorry, it was drip. So, dude, man, we was punishing. It had one flavor. I think it was lemonade, a pink lemonade. It was so fucking good.
He's
And
all
I think
oh,
we-
was
I
it like
think
was
we
it like the
killed-
ceviche? He's like, it's refreshing.
Was it like
It's so
Happy Dad?
refreshing.
Man, it's like a White Claw, right? It's like a White
But
Claw.
no. But is it like Happy Dad? Have you ever
I
had
had
Happy Dad?
Dads. No, it's more like a claw. Okay.
Man, fuck Ryan Clark.
Yeah, but they sponsored by them, right? So I think we killed a 24 before the game even started.
Wow. But there's a few of y'all. There's a few of y'all.
Yeah,
Can I ask you guys a
was
question
fun.
about this though? Like, how do you guys feel about the Eagles going forward? Like,
I think they won and done.
you think they're one and done? Like, no, legitimately.
I think-
all feelings aside, all hates
I
aside.
think they're one and done.
What about you?
I'd like to see. I'd like to see who they play, but I'm right there with Chris. I don't think their quarterback's good enough to take them there.
And you know what, Mikey, I'm not hating on the Eagles. You
No,
know,
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
like them,
And,
but I'm not
and their
hating on
coach.
them. I think the Eagles try to outthink themselves in a game, right? I think they try to do too much, right? Instead of giving the ball to fucking 2-6 and shut the fuck up and let him win the game, they're gonna try to get cute because they try to make everybody happy. Okay, it's only one ball, right? And I think that's the Eagles' problem.
well,
Here's my thing. If they play the Falcons in the first round, they probably win that
They don't
matchup
win that.
because I don't think Penix will be enough.
if they play the
But
Bucks,
if they play the Buccaneers,
Yeah,
could be a toss up. Could be a good game because the Bucks can run with them.
oh, no,
if the-
we like Baker Mayfield is in our DMs. He's on our roster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. It is what it is.
But
I
the thing
can't
about
deny it.
what-
It is what it is.
What I could not argue with you, but understand, put you on this is, I think they're more serious about it. How they are Saquon centric now, and sitting him for week 17 says that they're gonna ride his thighs to an NFC championship.
Whoa!
What happened? He just got on Splash Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, or he just got off the line from Splash
Man.
Mountain. Get his ass over here.
Man, Mr. Hollywood, his fucking self, the natural born Californian himself, and it's our man from the 915.
You got some double right here. You got some double right
21.
here.
Armando 21. What's up, fam? Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year, fellas. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
New
All
Year,
that, man. Big
Yeah,
shout
brother.
out, man. What's going on? I don't know if am I lagging? I might be lagging because I had
Well, you just got on. Obviamente, you're fucking lagging.
Hey, we got to put him up top shit. We ain't seen 21 in so goddamn long. How you doing, baby?
exactly what I said. I got home and I told Maxine I got to get on because the fellas are on. She's like, "You got the show?" I said, "Yeah," and I haven't been on in a minute.
So man,
You're
how
gonna get
was
this baby after that damn show.
Yeah, oh, yeah. for sure.
Say, man, how was the trip to Disneyland, man? How you doing, baby?
Man, tiring and shit. It was cool, man. Went back to kind of home, I guess, and so got family and all that stuff. But whoever said Disneyland's the happiest place, they wore the right shoes because I sure wasn't happy. My feet were hurting, my legs, my hip. I I
His
definitely felt
hip.
my age.
What were you doing that your hip hurt, dog?
My sciatic nerve was killing me.
Hey,
It's those
see,
shoes. What did
when
you wear? The
everybody
threes?
try to be fly and wear the Air Force Ones and the Jordans, you
Yeah,
know
you
that
can't
shit
wear
ain't
those, bro.
comfortable.
You gotta wear
Know
the
that
New
shit ain't
Balance.
comfortable.
I should have worn New Balance. Nah, I wore my Air Maxes, man. I thought those
Nope.
are kind of comfortable, but man, this was killing me.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
but,
Yeah.
hey, man,
Levi's only
shout out
for a
to my
little
boy
bit,
Eric,
bro.
man. I couldn't. We had family, and it was I was in SoCal, but shout out to my boy Eric. I'll say this though, boots on the ground kept inviting me to the taqueria, his taqueria, Prime Cut Taqueria. Big shout out, man. And I actually had cousins tell me that it's bomb, and I should have went, but but we had a whole family reunion thing, and I had a lot of when you with family and you try to do a lot of things, but you really can't do a lot of things.
Yep.
Well, you're in California. Getting to anywhere with fucking traffic, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro,
Forget
man.
about that shit. Like Big Fella said, if he would have went to the airport, right, and still trying to get to Pasadena, it would have been longer for us getting to Pasadena
Yep.
from the fucking airport.
Yeah, bro.
That's true too.
It was crazy, and so we drove Sunday, and right when we got there, I had my cousin call me up, hey, let's watch the game here. So watch the game. That was the Tampa Bay game. Obviously that was a good game. And I'll be honest, I didn't watch both games. These last two games that I haven't been on, I was with family, so I was just kind of watching but not watching. And
It's
and
the
then-
holiday season.
Yeah, then the Eagles game, I was driving back, so hell nah, never with corn tortillas. I gotta have
Never would go.
menu.
And then you probably have that red menudo, bro. White menudo all the way.
So the Eagles game, I drove back. I was just kind of listening to it on ESPN, and on ESPN they have all the games on, so they kind of going through all the games. But yeah, the Eagles game, I'm kind of glad I didn't watch that game.
Yeah. After the first quarter, it was nothing to watch anyway. It was boring.
Bro, all I kept hearing was that their score go up and our score stay the same. I was like, shit.
Hey, Eric, I was almost in LA for New Year's. I don't know if you caught my story, man. That my niece had called and said she had extra tickets to the Rose Bowl, and she thought I was in LA, not San Francisco. But I was almost there, bro. But don't worry, I'm gonna get down there, fam. You right. Hey, in Texas, we say you right down the street.
You're right
Not
down the street. Hey, but I'm telling you,
Not street.
great. I had cousins that I guess they've been to it. They right because I guess they got two locations, and they told me it's bomb. So I'm like, damn, I missed out. But I definitely got to go back, man. I want to go back to SoCal because I ran into a lot of cousins, and they just thought, hey, you got to come back, and so I'll be back down there, man.
Hey man, I'm excited, man. Y'all had a good time though. I remember you showing sending the pictures in the group chat, you standing in line at Disneyland and everything. I was just like, I'm too old for that shit. I'm finna go over and sit down and give me something to drink, watch all the kids.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing that I really didn't drink because I knew if I drank, it's just I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, you was on a
feel
family
it.
trip.
You
You was
feel
on a
it.
family trip.
Yeah, so I was just like, nah, the waiting in line and all that shit. I was feeling that shit, but it was bad. It was a good time, man. Cali, it's always beautiful, and it felt.
You get a turkey leg at least, shit.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah, we did. We did get a turkey leg and pretzels and corn dogs and all that.
That'd be $200.
Yeah, give me $258 on one turkey leg.
Smooth.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, the turkey leg is one of the cheap things you could get.
yeah, for real.
So 21, we decided to do Friday Night Live because of course we missed Tuesday, and this is truly barbershop talk tonight. I mean, we just whatever the conversation goes, that's how it's going tonight.
Well,
Because
there's one particular conversation we got to get to.
you
because,
get into it, Mikey. You get into it.
there's one. I'm sorry, I don't want to speed off, but I don't have a family
Hey,
get together.
bro, we
but,
got all night. Whatever you want to get into, let's get into it, baby.
So there was a wager last week, wasn't there?
I heard.
He's gonna land on that
I
grenade.
saw. I actually saw.
There was a wagering training camp, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Was there? Chris, enlighten us about the wager, because you are the moderator, the producer, and the instigator of this show. I don't like was
those
in my
terms.
cup.
Like, I don't like those
cannot.
terms. Look, okay, before the season started, you know, we get into a little barbershop talk. Sometimes it can get a little heated around here. Now, my man Rue up top, he can't stand a certain receiver for the Cowboys, okay?
He
The
cannot.
man up in the corner, Mikey, actually gives grace to a certain receiver. The receiver we're talking about is Brandon Cooks, okay? So, before the season started, Rue said, I guarantee you he won't have 700 yards receiving. this year."
700, he said.
And Mikey say, bullshit. You know how Mikey, he's dramatic.
Yeah.
Rue said, let's bet a stake on it. And then Mikey say, fuck it, let's do the porterhouse. Let's do it, blah, blah, blah. Rue said, bet. They said, bet. Okay, cool. We know Brandon Cooks got hurt. It was over for Mikey instantly, right?
Instantly.
So, me as the instigator, last show, I said, fuck it. Double or nothing. Hey, let's do this. I know, Rue, you about to move in your new house. That fucking sign over Mikey's left shoulder will look good.
Remember, I've been doing good at these picks, bro.
So I did instigate that 21. I said that sign over your left shoulder would look good in Rue new house. Fuck it, double or nothing. So we did the picks, right? So I'm gonna put it like this. We're gonna go over the picks.
What sign? What you talking about?
Rue went 14-2.
He went 14-2, bro.
That
He
motherfucker went 14-2.
And then he had Rue pick first.
And he picked
Remember,
first.
it's not his. It's for
And
a
he
year.
picked first.
It's for a season.
He went
It's not
14-2.
his. It's for a season.
How is it not mine? I went first.
No, I'm
What do
talking
you
about
mean?
the sign is not
Oh, my
yours.
God.
It's for next
the
season.
Yeah,
That's what I said. I said it was for the
Yeah,
season.
he only said for a season.
You got to wrap it up real
Yeah.
pretty.
Yes.
Send it to me for the season.
21.
And you know what?
No,
Just,
and then-
just put an ice box with it and slap me a nice like 2-inch, bone-in ribeye.
No, we're
Send
gonna
that
go
bitch
out
to
and
me
eat.
too.
Hey.
We're gonna go out and
We'll be
eat, fuckers,
sweating.
because
21.
we're gonna go out and eat for that. I'll pay
21.
because I want to sit down and have a meal
Oh,
with you and your woman.
21.
Whoa, was that hey, what was
21.
it? What was that fluorescent? What
Hey,
was that
21.
fluorescent freaking 9-inch object, bro?
Hey,
Oh,
21. The
this-
fucker went 14-2 last week.
Best picks
Hey,
of his
He
life.
went 14-2.
He was locked in. He was locked in on them picks.
No, hey, bro. The thing is too, and he picked first, and I loved all. I of course I was cocky. I was talking shit because I was feeling myself. Usually I pick good, and yeah, dude, I ate shit. And the difference was, what was it? 6 games, correct, Rue?
Yeah, it was y'all picked
6 games difference. I went 5-1.
He went 5-1.
Yeah. The fucker went because when I was going back today,
Only one that burned me was Denver. Denver was the
Denver
only one that
got it.
burned
And
me.
that was an overtime game.
But Denver almost won the game though.
Yeah,
Almost.
but they blew it.
Hey,
they blew that.
No, his picks were dead on, and you know what? Fuck them. Like
You know what? You know which one I really missed though? Did anybody take the Giants? The Giants were low hanging fruit. The
no.
Giants should have been picked.
yeah, you're saying
Like
that.
I thought about it later, and I was like, God, that was so stupid. They haven't won a home game all season. It's an 11-game losing streak. This is Giants all over it for them to win this game, and it's so Giants for them to fuck themselves like
Fuck
this.
them
Go from
number
the
one
first
pick.
pick to the
They had the
fifth
number
pick.
one pick. They had the number one pick, and they decided, we're gonna win the game. We're
gonna
the
win
fucking
today.
game.
Today we gonna win.
So for the steak, we're probably gonna see each other next year. This year It's gonna be very different from this last year. And then it lines up that the Cardinals and Cowboys are gonna play each other because they're both third place teams. And if Kuiper was here, we'd see what's up with that because that'd be cool to experience, that. But that's gonna be in Dallas, so we'll see what's up with that.
I'm glad we bringing this up because hey, it's Friday Night Live. We talking about everything. We didn't have a show trip this year. We didn't do it.
No,
okay.
we didn't.
So I've been pushing this forever. The trip to Washington. I'm down. I want this to be the wives, everybody, just like we did the Airbnb. I want everybody to go. But I just want, the reason I want y'all to go to a Washington game is because it's like a home game for the Cowboys. Hey, I'm not joking, dude.
No, but is it still? Because they're pretty good now.
Yeah, I was about to say,
bro. But the thing is, if you've never been to DC,
matter.
we could see DC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I wanted to make it like a 3 or 4 day trip where we can all sightsee together. I've been there. So we can all sightsee together, man, take some cool pictures, do things down for the show. Yeah, I want the Washington game because it's other things to do other than the game. But the reason I said the Washington game is because, dude, just because Washington is winning, that makes the Cowboy fans come out even more in Washington. Yeah. Because you got to remember, a lot of people in Washington has a lot of Southern roots. And their Southern roots are Cowboy fans, right? So, and it's their stadium is old, but dude, the tickets are reasonable in Washington. I had lower level, and me and my wife I spent under $300 for me and my wife.
Okay,
so
good.
For a Cowboys game?
Yeah, for a
Cowboy Washington game, lower level, I spent under $300.
So we're speaking it in. We're going to the Washington game.
I want all of us.
Do we know what days those are yet? We don't.
No, we won't know.
We won't know until that's what burns us because we already have other things planned, and sometimes it just screws us. You know what I mean?
So let's get into that. Let's get into the opponent. I know the opponents were released, right? The home games and away games, right? The only thing that obviously we don't know is the dates. That's kind of till after the draft, which is like March. Right, so does anybody have that list?
I saw
it's on our thread. Hold on, let me look for it. It's right here.
Go ahead.
But I mean, we're gonna play them twice, so we're gonna have 2 dates essentially. It's just hopefully it's not like on a Thursday.
They got the Bears on the road. They got the Lions. They got we can do the Vegas too.
The Vegas is dope because we're all close to it.
Hey, and Denver,
And that will be popping, bro. Because we always will have that Washington trip. Like, not saying, God willing, like I told you, Rue, these seasons come and go, and you're gonna get older, grayer, and fatter. It just happens. Thank God, but you know what? I'd rather be older and get grayer and fatter than the latter. But that Oakland game sounds badass.
Yeah, hey,
the Oakland game.
You know what I meant. You're right, though. It's still hard.
Boots say the Cowboy podcast. Join us in Vegas,
dude. That'd be crazy.
Why is Mike not in the show?
He's not feeling good. He wasn't feeling good. He wasn't feeling good.
But so obviously
we got two. Vegas or Washington.
What was the other? What was the other?
Vegas or Washington? Vegas or Washington?
It'd be those two.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, it just depends on the dates, right? Like it just depends on the dates.
Hey, dude, because we won't know Kansas City sounds dope too, bro.
Dog, you know how ridiculously expensive fucking Kansas City tickets are? I hear that place is fucking
motherfuckers be robbing banks, I heard.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But that Kansas City, we play Kansas City at home this year. So
that's a home game?
Yeah, we got the obvious ones is the Washington Eagles and Giants, but then we got Green Bay coming to town, Kansas City, we got the Chargers, Minnesota, and the Cardinals. And in the away games, obviously the The obvious is Washington, Eagles, and New York. But then we got away. We're going to Chicago, Detroit, Denver, Vegas, and then I think
there's four other possibles.
Yeah, these other
depending how the season
possibles
ends.
are either the Jets, New England, Carolina, or New Orleans. So
Yeah. But hey, I just
don't
wanted
wanna
to
go
throw it
to no
out.
fucking
I just wanted to throw it out, man, because
I think Washington would be dope as fuck. And
I
I know
think
Yeah,
my wife
Washington
would love
sounds
that shit.
badass.
and we may do too. We may pop up in Vegas because it's all close, you know, and you know you can get
That's
to
a good
Vegas
road
easy.
trip.
he's bringing him, big fella.
Oh, you know
Oh,
they my
man.
favorite. You know they
Hello.
my favorite. Hey, Maxine.
Hi.
You know those are my favorite 21. You know you wrong for that shit there.
What is that?
You know
Maxine
that.
said she gonna save you a 6-pack. Man, I had the Mexican plug come through today, man. He came over the border. He said, "I got you, man." He brought me 2 cases.
I feel
Oh,
you.
very
bro.
nice.
Hey,
I used to
those
be
are
like
sweet.
that over the sorcheladas, dude.
Those are monsters.
What's a sorchelada? What is that, Mikey? What is a sorchelada?
A chelada, well, a chelada is like a Bloody Mary beer.
Like a red beer.
It's a red beer. It's bloody.
Mhm.
It's with like clam juice or like a clamato, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And but they do it. They mix it with the soul beer, but the way
Like
their
he showed
mix
his
is, and then it's
like he showed his
Mexican because they
full-
make
his
them
full
here in the
whiteness.
States.
Oh, dude, but
Clamato.
like, it's like closer to an actual michelada where they'll do
Yeah.
like clamato, jugo de Maggi, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco,
Wash your
a lot
sister
of lime
sauce.
juice. Hey, I'm telling you, it's deliciousness.
But you know what? It's crazy that for some reason, when you get them across the border, it just has a different flavor. I don't know.
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
because they sell them here.
Yeah, they
But
sell them here.
The stores from Mexico are way
No.
better.
I'm telling you right now, anytime I order a michelada, it's because I saw somebody else's. Because I won't just order one randomly. Because a lot of times you'll just get a beer with tomato juice, and I'm like, bitch,
Yeah.
that's not what I asked for.
Nah, I'm from Sonora, man. We invented it. No, my cousin in California, he has a michelada mix.
Is he
It's
gonna
called
bubble wrap it?
Ojo Rojo. Ojo Rojo, a beer mix, and that's a chelada mix, man. So
Yeah.
it Boots, if you know what Ojo Rojo is, or it's called the California Red Eye, that's what they are.
Hey,
That's my cousin's company.
I had one subject I wanted to talk about. I just want to know what y'all thought about it. To me, the shit was funny.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
So
Juices.
you know what? And to me, that's controversial because did he get released? Did he get cut?
He
there's-
asked for
That's
his
what it's
release.
called, right?
He
Well,
asked
there's
for it.
there's sources saying that he got cut. There's sources saying that he actually asked to be released, but ain't nobody pick him up. That's
Yeah,
what's crazy.
they-
Come on, man.
Well,
Nobody was picking up Zeke. Nobody was picking up Zeke. Just like nobody's
That was a
hiring
good- hey,
McCarthy. Just
as-
like
aside from
nobody's
all
gonna
the
hire
decisions-
McCarthy when he's gone. Nobody's picking up Zeke.
No, hey, the 4-letter network is saying that people are salivating for McCarthy
Yeah,
right
they
now.
talking about
bet.
New
I'm
Orleans
sure
want
they
McCarthy.
are.
They saying
I'm
New
sure they
Orleans.
are. Exactly,
want
New
McCarthy.
Enjoy
Orleans
your
used to be
time
an
in
orange coach.
Jacksonville, McCarthy. Enjoy your time in Jacksonville.
Man, we'll get to McCarthy, but what did you well, finish what you were saying? 21 about Zeke.
So I think with Zeke, it was just, I just think that if he did get released, is that I think he was going into it thinking, hey, maybe I'll get with the
Eagles.
contender, and it ended up being nobody really is out there trying to look for a back, right? Especially a veteran back. I guess they didn't see much of Zeke this season, right? We didn't see much of Zeke, but what we did see, I don't want to say washed. I just say just Zeke is not Zeke anymore, right? So
He
You know,
was,
21
bro.
21 being nice. You know he's fucking washed.
And it's okay. But you know what this has done? I hate Cowboy fans every day. More and more I hate them.
You too, fucker.
Because now you're well, you should at least let him be on one more game and finish his career out with the Cowboys. But you were the same motherfuckers talking shit about him 2 to 3 years ago, with every right. But I hate how Cowboys are fickle and then they romance and then they the stupidest shit to contradict themselves all in the same goddamn sentence. I fucking hate these people.
He never should have been here to begin with. There was no reason to bring him
Right.
back. You had guys like Hunter Lipke
All right.
back there. Like, it really made no sense. There was no reason.
Do you see it like a kind of what do you think it was like kind of a makeup pick? You know,
No,
we didn't get the long hair guy from Baltimore, so they said, well, we got to give the fans something, and here you go.
what anybody who fell for that doesn't know ball. I'm sorry, like it just
Yeah.
that don't make sense. And the fact that they paraded him around like he was just the guaranteed starter too, that drove me absolutely insane.
No,
Like the
Didn't play
fact
in
that
the
he didn't
preseason.
play in the preseason to earn his spot, and they were basically saying that he was starting over Rico. It took Rico time to get the carries. They were having Zeke in the lineup in the beginning, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
we went
why?
through the bullshit.
What are we doing?
Dude, Rico
What
hit
are we
1,000
doing?
yards. He hit 1,000 yards with having the detriment,
Even
the
dealing with
toxicity
that.
in the locker room, the bullshit play calls from upstairs, making him that fool knocking Jerry. They didn't give me the carry, Jerry. They didn't give- And then what happens the next week after we didn't win a game, knowing what the formula was?
Hey,
Sorry, Zeke. Thank you.
Cowboy Corner, man. Welcome to Friday Night Live, man, on the Cowboy Up podcast. Man, how you doing, Mike? How was your New Year, baby?
Hey man, everything's been good. Hope you guys have a happy new year. Wish that on you guys for real. You're cool dudes. But no, I was doing Freaky Friday, what I normally do with Fifth Quarter Cowboys. You shared the link. I actually had to step away from the show, and then I was like, let me go on your guys to show some love on here for
Thanks,
2025.
bro. Thank you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Happy New
Appreciate
Year,
it.
man.
Hey, man, on our special edition of Friday Night Live, we just talking about whatever. When I say we barbershopping tonight, dude, we barbershopping tonight. But hey, we talked about the Zeke releasing. We was trying to talk a little football. The Zeke releasing. What did you think?
You should have never been here in the first place.
Yeah.
Hey, my corner is the most matter-of-fact motherfucker I know.
We opened up the segment on Freaky Friday talking about this very thing. He said, what would you make of Zeke's career? I said, well, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Ring of Honor guy.
No.
I compared him to DeMarco Murray.
I like Murray a little better.
I like Murray a little bit.
Nah, but Zeke was
Murray
here
was more
longer than
hurt.
Murray.
Yeah.
No, you
Hear me
can't
out.
give
Hear
it to
me out.
Murray.
This is a good conversation. Good.
There
Go
we
ahead,
go.
Mike. I want to
Hey,
talk
Mike,
about
can't
this.
give
Go
it
ahead,
to
Mike.
Murray.
Go ahead, Mike. I
DeMarco
wanna
Murray,
listen.
third round pick. Zeke, a first round pick, right? Sure.
Boom.
Sure. Zeke has 2016 under his belt.
Yes.
2017. A little bit of 2018, and then it was done.
Yeah.
And then it was done. With DeMarco Murray, it was like almost like
2014,
Tony
baby.
Pollard. God, I wish we would play him more. God, I wish he would play him more. And then DeMarco Murray had 1,800 yards and there's no catch, right? So
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray's done. With Ezekiel Elliott, he was so immature that he didn't grow up. He just didn't. He didn't take care of his body. He was over there eating gummy worms and throwing candy at Dak and doing all this stuff. Like, he just never took care of his body.
Playing video
He's
games,
doing
getting all high.
live stream twitches and getting fat. He had a beer gut. He looked like Eddie Lacy out there in his last year as the Cowboys running back. And before he got
Eddie
cut the
Lacy.
first time. Let's just be real. So I look at DeMarco Murray. Yeah, he was a good running back, but he's not Hall of Fame and Ring of Honor worthy. When I look at Ezekiel Elliott, he's not Hall of Fame. He's not Ring of Honor worthy, but they were okay backs for a certain amount of okay time.
Well,
But it was far
go
less
ahead, Rue.
time.
Go ahead.
with
Go
Murray.
ahead, Rue. Go ahead.
But it
Rue.
was far less time with Murray. Murray was only here. Murray was only
4 years.
here starting.
4 years.
But no, but he didn't.
No, he only started
4 years
2
here.
years, but he was only here 4 years.
Because he was always hurt, though. That's the,
Yeah, he
the
was
knock
on
on him. That's why they
ankle
didn't want to pay him. And they ran his ass to the ground.
And to me,
And the last 2 years of his career, yeah.
But don't get me wrong.
And I'm
All right.
with Corner on this. I think it's similar, and I just think with Zeke, it's the whole first round pick thing.
There you go. There you go.
That's what kind of gives us well, he was our first round pick, and then we saw the season they had that year. So to me, I still have Zeke a little bit above DeMarco Murray, but I'm with you on that. I'm with you on he's not a Hall of Famer, that's for sure. He's not a Ring of
I
Honor.
think
dude.
Zeke just is a little bit better, but the taste of 2014 is better than the taste of 2016 and any other time we've been there. Because we with Zeke, we went to the playoffs, shit, 5 times, 6 times.
Yeah.
With DeMarco, we only went on 14 with him, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing. I'm glad Mike brought this up. Man, thank you, Mike, for coming on the
Yeah,
show.
you made a show, baby.
I love both of them, man. When DeMarco Murray was running the pill those last 2 years for the Cowboys, we had an identity. Our identity was we gonna punch it. Dude, I would never forget that fucking Seattle game when we go to
Sir.
Seattle and they
Three,
give
2015.
2-9 the goddamn ball.
Beautiful.
And I was like, keep punching these bitches in the mouth. Keep punching them in the mouth. 2-9, dude. He ran, and dude, I became a DeMarco Murray fan for life until he went to the Eagles. Then I was like, fuck you.
Well, yeah,
DeMarco.
but no, it was actually a good move because it was to their detriment.
Yeah. Well, the Chip Kelly ruined him anyway. But I kept wondering, well, we got DeMarco Murray, but you never play him. Because you would see signs. He was Rico at the time. Okay. You kept seeing signs. And then when you finally give him the ball, I was like, that's that dude from Oklahoma. That's DeMarco Murray from Oklahoma. He was running the pit ass Rue because he ran all over Rue ass. But anyway, he was running the ball. Okay. So when Zeke came, dude, I never forget when I was doing my 60 seconds with the Cowboys, it was only on Facebook. And after we lost our last game of the season to the Washington Redskins, I said, I still got the video. I said, congratulations, Dallas Cowboys. You got the number 3 pick, and we're going to draft Ezekiel Elliott from Ohio State. And the reason they drafted him because they made that fucking mistake like they did last year and didn't take a running back the year before. Right?
We have McFadden.
So when they got Zeke and you
Those
saw a
guys-
running back that had explosiveness, hit the hole, he was tough. He on the goal line, he had Emmitt Smith. I'm gonna get in the end zone. It was exciting for us, but we didn't know how quickly Zeke was gonna deteriorate.
Yeah.
Dude, the Zeke greatest game was against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Beautiful.
I love that fucking game. I had it on DVR. I would watch that game once a week.
It's on
Because
YouTube
Zeke-
all the time.
Because Zeke was so fucking exciting. But like Mike said, he decided to be a diva instead of a running back.
Well-
And now, to answer your question, Mike, out of the two, I still have to give it to Zeke over DeMarco Murray. I had to.
All right. All right. This leads perfect into our situation now. We can't compare 2014 offensive line and 2016 offensive line to the offensive line we have. But with the quarterback we have in our offense and yada, 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 everybody says that a running back is going to fix this offense. You know, for the show's sake. You know, we saw with Genty, you know, how he shitted himself in the Fiesta Bowl. And we saw with Scatterboo, you know, with all heart and valor in a loss. Who did you like more and who would you like to see on the Cowboys?
Go ahead, Rue. I'll let you go.
Who can I get in the 3rd or 4th round?
Oh, beautiful answer. Beautiful answer.
Hey, we don't have a 4th round pick. So you meant the 3rd round?
I mean, I guess. I mean, you could always.
You're gonna get some
I mean, they
competitive points,
finagled some
we'll be
shit
fine.
last year. They finagled some shit last year. Now, I think Scatterboo's stock went up because I honestly, man, he had a great performance. That was a stout defense he did that against, and he really laid it all out on the field for that team in that performance. He had a great fucking game. I mean, 250 total yards through the air, through the ground, through passing. Like, I mean, what else can you ask for out of your running back? Like, he had it reminded me of Darren McFadden. Remember Darren McFadden when he was an Arkansas Razorback? And that man would just put that team on his back and win them ball games? That's what that kind of performance reminded me of, as a player like that. And say what you want about Darren McFadden, but he was a hell of a player. And Cam definitely showed me that he's definitely a great player. But you can't discount Genty at all. The man put up almost 2,000 yards as a back. Like, that's crazy. Those are gaudy numbers. Mountain West Conference or not, if it's so easy, why isn't it happening every single year?
True.
Why isn't it happening every single year if it's so easy to do? I don't. These guys are playing D1 football at the end of the day, and he still, even in a poor performance against Penn State, still put up over 100 yards. Like, yeah, he gave up the ball twice. These things happen. That dude hadn't fumbled in his entire career, I don't think. Like, how many fumbles does he even have? It wasn't the greatest performance for him when the lights were the brightest. But you know what? He was the only thing that they really had to take away in order for them to win that game. If we're being honest with ourselves, it's really easy to take somebody away when you outman somebody else. You're playing an 8-man box. You can just take away their only weapon, and they can't. And you can play man on the outside at ease. Come on, it's like shooting ducks in a barrel. It's not gonna be. It shouldn't be close. It wasn't ever meant to be close. So I'm not gonna base them based on what their team was able to do, individually. Genty's a hell of a player, but I'm not spending a top 10, top 15, top 32 pick on a running back when I've been proven over and over and over and over again that I can find them in rounds 3 through 5. That's what I would focus on. And if I can get Cam there, I think he'd be a steal. But I don't think he'd go past the second, if I'm being honest.
Corner, what's your thoughts, Corner?
If I'm a general manager in the National Football League, I'm saying no to Genty. He's not even going to be on my draft board. I don't even want to look at the guy. And here's why. He has way too many miles on him. You want to see a Zeke 2.0? Draft Genty. Draft him. This guy isn't Derrick Henry. This guy isn't Adrian Peterson. This guy, the longevity of a running back is rare. All right, rare. Alfred Morris and Adrian Peterson in recent memory is the only running back, and Derrick Henry now, to have a longevity career. It's just rare. And Genty has way too many miles. The number one running back I have in the draft is Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. That's my number one running back in the national in this draft coming up out of North Carolina. That's an all-around backer, and I like my running back 6 foot. I'm biased. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hampton checks that box. That's who I would have first on my draft board if I was a GM. Genty might be 5. If he falls to us in the second round, that's maybe when I'll take him. That is what it is.
Yeah.
And then, when you look at Cam, the running back that just, I don't think his stock rose anything for me. It just didn't rise for me. Need to see consistency out of the guy, right? And yeah, sure, he showed a lot of toughness, showed a lot of grit, but
he had a good year.
Yeah, that's a 3rd, 4th round guy right there. Might be a 5th round guy.
I'd be glad to have him in that late. I'd be glad to have him.
That's my breakdown. That's my soapbox.
All right.
I'm off of it now.
Julius Jones or Felix Jones?
Julius Jones.
That's my dog. What about you, Chris? Julius Jones or Felix Jones?
Felix. I said Felix because of special teams.
Oh, he was special, all right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We got Julius in the 2nd round, and that was right after that debacle with Troy Hambrick, and then Emmett to Troy Hambrick, and then Julius, and then Julius' blessing was us getting the regional beast mode himself.
Yeah. That's the OG beast mode. But what were we gonna say, Chris? You're gonna say something for Mike interrupted.
All right. I like both running backs. I didn't see any of Scatterboo's game until the Big 12 championship game and until the playoff championship game. So my opinion on him is only for 2 games. I wish I would have seen more games. Okay, but I did see Genty play. Okay. This is my thing. I hate because they brought this up about Blake Corum, about how many miles a running back has. Okay. Well, 1st round, 2nd. Why do you think they drafted running backs later in the rounds? Because they only get the 3-year contracts. They don't get the 4 and the 5-year contracts. So if I'm only investing 3 years of somebody, I'm gonna fucking take a running back, okay? And I'm gonna run his ass in the ground like they ran Zeke in the ground, like they did. That's if I know I'm only gonna have him for 3 years, the motherfucker carrying the ball 35 times a game. So if you want to do miles, I don't give a fuck about miles. Hey, some of our best cars got a lot of miles on. You won't get rid of that motherfucker, will you? So
my spare car is sitting at 215,000 miles. I ain't getting rid of that boy.
thank you.
I had this one Grand Marquise. Ooh.
It's productive.
You know he's Mexican. He said Marquise with the nest.
but what I'm saying is, if a running back is productive, I don't give a fuck how many miles he got on him. I really don't. I don't. If Zeke was productive, would you give a fuck that Zeke got all those miles on him? No, you wouldn't.
But look
how much time did we see Blake Corum this year?
Well, you didn't see him much because the Rams he's sitting behind a hell of a fucking running back.
Yeah, that's Rue's guy. Rue loves saying his name. Say his Rue. Say his name, Rue. You love saying that motherfucker's name.
I can't even think of who you're talking about right now.
The Rams starting running back. What is his fucking name?
Oh, Kyron Williams.
He loves saying Kyron Williams.
Yeah,
Kyron Williams.
He can't. Hey, he got behind. Put like this. I would love Blake Corum on this team. Shit, I would. You know, I know we disagreeing, Mike. I know we disagreeing. Don't be making those faces and shit, Mike.
It's because
Mike, you can make faces, but wasn't it you who told us about Trey Benson? Was that you or no? No, it wasn't Trey Benson. I'm getting him mixed up with the other guy. What
I
was
like
the other guy's
Bixby,
name?
man.
No. Who was the big running back? There was a big time running back you were talking about going into last year, and I can't remember who it was. He was a big old boy. I can't remember.
If he's 6 foot, I'm gonna talk about him. That's just.
Oh yeah,
remember.
Mike was. I know you. God, what's that kid name?
He was super high on him too.
Let me check my draft board. Hold on, let me pull it up.
He was huge. He was
big running back.
He was like 240 or some shit.
Yeah,
Dude, that was a year ago. Y'all expect me to remember that?
Yeah, you know everything else.
'cause
Fucker, you remember?
Hey, you're good about that. He has that spreadsheet right now.
About to have it.
Exactly.
What was
Look,
last
wasn't Trey.
2023?
Yeah.
All right, April 2023. My running backs was B. John Robinson and Gibbs.
No, then it wasn't. It wasn't that one. It was the
It
24.
was last year.
24.
24.
Baby.
All right, let me go to 24 here.
My lady texted me like, "What the hell are you wearing that beanie for? It's 80 degrees outside."
Maybe you're in the hills of Arizona. I
Where
don't
the
know.
hell is my draft board at?
Fuck
I
you.
am on the north side.
You know, that's how
There
you
it
light
is.
skin. You
Got
light
it?
skin Hispanics.
Top 50 running backs. I had, dude, I didn't have a lot of running backs in the top at all.
You didn't want
Because
to
there
see
wasn't a
one.
lot.
You were
There
just
wasn't a
pushing
lot.
him. You were just pushing him because he was a big running back. I forget who it was though.
Dude, he must have been like somebody that I wanted to steal because I don't have a running back in my top 50.
All right.
Well,
Well,
there wouldn't have been. The only running back you might have had in your top 50 is like Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, I don't have a running back in my top 50.
It was a weak class at running back.
well,
Let me
look.
think, did the Cowboys meet with them?
No.
Oh,
you
Braylon Allen from Wisconsin. That's who it was.
Yeah, that's him. You wanted him
You
bad.
say Wisconsin again with that accent, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braylon Allen from
won.
Wisconsin.
That's still my guy.
Yeah, because
And he with the Bucks. Who's he with?
No, he's behind Brees Hall at the Jets.
The Jazz.
Well, that's why we ain't heard shit.
Basing his career. Cowboys trade for him.
You think those kids would trade him?
Hey, he went to Wisconsin. Every Wisconsin running back is good at Wisconsin, but as soon as they get to the fucking pros,
I don't know.
they-
Taylor looked good. Taylor looked good with Indianapolis.
Yeah, but he drops the
Couple
ball
weeks
at the goal line, so he
You know
looked
what?
like
But
shit.
Braylon's had some big games in Brees Hall's absence. Braylon's been pretty good.
Yeah, Braylon from Wisconsin. A lot of people are like, a running back from Wisconsin, you get offensive line. No, motherfucker, it ain't the offensive. Sorry for cussing. No, it ain't the offensive line. He's a damn good running back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rondane.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
Rondane?
Yeah.
Cowboys should, and I think he went in the fourth,
He was
right
scared
there
of-
where we drafted Trey Lance.
He was scared of
We
Michigan.
could have had Bucky Irving.
But
We literally
Michigan's
could have had
defensive
Bucky
line
Irving.
is ridiculous even now.
Let me see if I'm saying this in English. If it wasn't Braylon Allen, I didn't want him.
No lo quería, no lo
Say it in
Bucky
quiere.
Irving has been starting. Braylon Allen is sitting behind somebody while Bucky Irving is starting and succeeding at a
That's
very high
fine.
level.
That's all right.
But Bucky Irving is showing his ass right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just give it one more year. Next off season, watch Braylon Allen take over the league. Be all mad in them.
I'm just
Thursday
saying,
games. I'm not gonna
Cowboys could have had Bucky Irving. Cowboys could have had. There was another one too.
Yeah, Bucky's
There's another
badass,
big
bro.
one.
Hey,
I gotta like
I don't know if you
Bucky.
guys ever talked about this. Can I bring up a topic real quick?
Yeah,
Bring
go
the
ahead.
topic.
Just because we're talking
It's
about
Friday
running
Night
back.
Live. We talking about anything. What's up?
Just because, dude, I'm not a big fan of curses, but Christian McCaffrey got the Madden curse.
Oh yeah, definitely. I put that shit on.
How is that even possible? You get hurt in Carolina all those years. You get a fresh start. You stay healthy. You get on the face of Madden, and then now you're back to where you were in Carolina.
It was beautiful. Thank you, EA Sports.
Dude, that's insane.
I just killed the Niners. That killed the Niners right there.
Well,
And it's one of like the least purchased Maddens too, right? Because that college football game came out and everybody
Yeah.
went and got
There
that.
was a lot of people playing that college ball.
but you got to think about it like this, man. You know, once running backs get hurt, they always have a history of getting hurt again. And remember, McCaffrey had 2 major injuries in Carolina. And when the Niners traded for him, he was actually healthy at the time. He was healthy. But you know, Chris McCaffrey is gonna get the ball regardless. He's gonna get a receiving or a rushing. So in that division, it's tough, man. There's some hard hitters.
Bro, but his whole thing was so weird because we went from he might play week 1 against the Jets
To didn't play
Like,
the week 9. Was it week 9?
he's out for the season.
That
To,
Madden
oh,
curse
he's
got it
coming
there.
back for a couple weeks. And here's his calf exploding on the field. Like
I think a
God
lot of
bless.
you fantasy people drafted him number 1, and he didn't play the whole year.
I think
I didn't
Lamb
have-
was number 1 this year.
But that's just crazy. That's the only thing. Like, what do you got for it, Armando? You've been quiet over there.
Nah, I'm with you. Hey, that Madden curse it's real. If you go over the history of it, a lot of it just lines up, and you're just like, damn.
It really started with Michael Vick because Michael Vick was the cheat code. They made him the Bo Jackson because if y'all kiddies don't know, Tecmo Bowl was one of the classic football games, and having Bo Jackson was a cheat code. EA was
Up
in
and down,
competition
baby, up
with 2K, and Vic was the cheat code of the game. But in actuality, he tore his fucking ACL on the second play in the preseason.
Wow.
That was back when starters actually played.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Look, I got one more subject before we can get into games and give Rue all his praises for last week.
Yeah, Rube.
All right. I want to talk about Mike McCarthy real quick, okay? And this can be quick or this can be a long conversation. My quick little monologue on Mike McCarthy. I was done with him 2 years ago. I'm done with him now. I don't give a shit what he did these last 6 games. I'm done. I think it's time to move on. Damn, I run 2 people off. When I'm done with Mike McCarthy. I think it's time for the change for the Cowboys. I just want y'all opinion. We'll start with 21. 21, what's your opinion on Mike?
He's like,
I think Mike's got to go. We seen the writing on the wall. I know. I guess they were saying the team was playing for him, but to me, Mike's got to go. It's that play calling is horrible. He wanted those duties when he got rid of Kellen Moore, and it just seems like it got worse. Our offense just never. I feel like this season just never took off. It just. I just think Mike's got to go. we need to go a different direction. What direction that is, I don't know. With Jerry Jones at the helm, we just don't know. We don't know where that's going, right? We can say all these names, but at the end of the day, you know, we all want right, and Jerry says, "Fuck that, I'm gonna go left." So,
Yup.
but I'm with you, big fella. I think Mike should have been gone since the whole Green Bay debacle, and you know, we'll see. We'll see after tomorrow. What is it? Black Monday?
Yeah, Black Monday. Well, think about it. The Cowboys, they pull that Jason Garrett shit. Hey, we
They let
just
him in
didn't
the
renew
building
his
and shit.
contract. Yeah. So, Cowboy Corner, man, what you think about McCarthy, man? What's your thoughts? Should he go? Should he stay?
Man, I got more thoughts than that. Should he go or should he stay? I want to break down the nitty gritty of this thing.
Well, go ahead.
Jesus Lord.
Well, go ahead.
Look.
Do what you gotta do.
Mike McCarthy came in here. Jason Garrett's predecessor, right?
Yeah.
If you talk to a lot of ex-Cowboy players, which I don't, but just what I see and what I hear them talk about, Mike McCarthy was another puppet hire, right? We went from one puppet to another puppet, right? That's what I'm gathering from former Cowboy players. And so he sat there at that press conference. He said, look, I watched Dak Prescott every play that he played, I watched it. And then the reporter said, did you really watch that play? No, I just was looking for a job, right?
He did say that.
So that's when that's when the excitement for me was done. Because I remember sitting in a hotel room the day that he was released from the Green Bay Packers. Because I worked, I did a lot of traveling. And I thought to myself, that'd be nice to have him. That was a long time ago. And then, so now fast forward now, okay, you fired Kellen Moore, that was probably one of the good things, right? But you look at his track record. His first defensive coordinator was Mike Nolan. We all know where that
He
was.
brought him. He brought him.
He brought in Mike Sirianni, the offensive line coach. Everybody except T.J. Bass and Brock Hoffman was horrible. Dude, they didn't look the same. You can't convince me that old age caught up to Zach Martin. You just can't do that. How did he go from the best to the absolute worst? It's because Mike McCarthy brought in a horrible offensive line coach. Yeah. Then you look at what he did, bringing in Dan Quinn. I don't know if Jerry Jones trusted him to pick another defensive coordinator. I think that was Jerry Jones that did that because Jerry Jones kept keeping him around on those coaching interviews, right? Mm-hmm. So then we get to the offense side of the ball. He stood up on the podium 2 months ago and said, I regret not having my playbook in here. You're the head coach. You should be able to bring your playbook if you want your playbook, Mike.
But we knew what it was.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what it all boils back to? Being a puppet for Jerry. Mm. And guess what we're going to get after Mike McCarthy?
A puppet.
A puppet for Jerry. It's a non-going cycle. And I don't know if you've been listening to Stephen Jones interviews. He ain't any better.
He's bad.
Just the same of his daddy. The apple isn't far too far from the tree.
Yep.
All right. Mikey, 520. What's your thoughts?
So, I've had my roller coaster with Mike McCarthy. I didn't like the hire to begin with because of the way he got exited out of Green Bay, the whole massaging shit, the whole, the way he went out and then getting him. And that's exactly what we thought when this hire was a retread and another Jason Garrett, which came out. You couldn't hold you could hold 2020 against him because other teams did have successes, but it was his first year and COVID changed everything. And Mike Nolan was one of the worst coaches in anything ever I've ever seen. And what Don Terry Poe, all their offseason that they got, all those guys that they got ended up being cut within like 6 weeks. And you couldn't blame all that on Mike McCarthy, but you could because he's the one that brought Mike Nolan here. And then the next year, fortunately, that's when we all met each other and we started, this is when we started doing this show. While like Corner was already having his empire, we were building our little house. And my first thing I said about this guy was, well, and exactly what Mike just elaborated on and saying, you know, everything he said about him bringing his own offense. How is he not the play caller? How is this? We knew what it was when he got hired on because Kellen Moore was here to stay, and he already was hamstringing him about the offense. If this is the offensive guy. And then my biggest quote was if Mike McCarthy has something to say or coach, he has to put it in the suggestion box that's connected in Jerry's office.
Box.
That's what my
my
feelings was with Mike McCarthy. You guys remember that when we started the show. Then that 3-year period happened where we went 36 games. And you know, I believe football is hard to win. Obviously, you saw, you know, but and our front office gave us these players. We got lucky for getting Micah Parsons after that COVID, hitting on a CD Lamb, getting, you know, all these players having unbelievable years. Think about how much block punts we had. Think about how much kicks returns we had, interception returns, aberrational things that came with Dan Quinn that sustained that. Think about it in that 3-year period. But, you know, it's a win or lose league. So I bid into Mike McCarthy being more a part of that because that does go on his stats. So, you know, last year after the Green Bay game and them totally shitting their bed or shitting themselves in prom in their white tuxedo, drip drip,
guys were white,
wearing white, drip drip. I still was in his corner, in his cowboy corner, so to speak. And because I couldn't not see the 36 wins. Go to this year. You know, we lose. You know, attrition is a part of football. And sorry to say, man, I'm lost. I'm back where I was, where the suggestion box, where he doesn't have power, and this is Jerry's team, and you can't re-win this. They could say that they played hard for him, but these guys are gonna play hard regardless. They're the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm done with Mike McCarthy, and I'm not gonna buy into the last blah blah weeks of them playing hard and them winning 4 or 5 games and this and that. Like I'm done with him, but I could actually say you know, thank you for those 36 wins. Thank you for not knowing clock management. Thank you for fucking up a lot of playoff games where it mattered. But you know what? Kick rocks, get your money, because as of the last second on this last game, he is no longer, regardless, he's not a Cowboys coach anymore because his contract is up.
On the 14th, January 14th.
January 14th. Okay, thanks, Corner. See, you know that shit. Not knowing who the freaking running back was. Stop lying.
All right, so the number one person on this show who did not like this
never
beginning is our man, Retrofit Sports. Rue, what's your thoughts?
The only thing that can save him is the 36 wins. That's it. That's the only thing that can save Mike McCarthy. That's the only thing that I can see. And the fact is, I wouldn't put it past Jerry Jones for a hot second that he would keep Mike McCarthy on and extend him for another 2 years or 3 years. I wouldn't put it past this organization whatsoever after everything that they put me through with Jason Garrett after every 8-8 season.
Dude,
it was a lot of them.
That's a big statement.
It was a lot of 8-8s.
I say that to say this. I hope they do fire Mike McCarthy, because I have never liked Mike McCarthy. I didn't like Mike McCarthy at Green Bay. I didn't like him when they got signed on. I said, y'all brought somebody off the couch that nobody on this planet was looking at. Nobody was looking at Mike McCarthy. Nobody was talking about knocking on Mike McCarthy's door. Hey, come coach my football team. Nobody was. And if somebody does now, I'll be shocked, but it won't be a decision that lasts long, in my opinion. Either way, ultimately, when it comes to the Cowboys and Mike Mike McCarthy is not a running football coach, and the only coach that should be on this roster next season the only coach in my opinion that has earned a spot to come back for next year is Mike Zimmer. He's the only coach that I would bring back. And the only reason I say that is because after everything that he went through, the defense is the only part of the field that I can really say played with a full amount of heart. The offense gave me one good game all year after Dak went down. If we're being honest, it was one good game. Other than that, we were living off the backs of the defense, and they were working with scraps of themselves, and they've been working with scraps of themselves the entire year. But even still, I ultimately, if there was somebody to bring back, that's the only guy that I would bring back. Ultimately, I want the clean sweep. I want the fresh start. I want the higher draft pick. I want them to do something with all this cap space that they can easily create for the next year, and give somebody who can actually take control of the team and take it to the next level. That's what I would want. And I don't know if you're genuinely going to get that. There are guys out there that maybe, because knowing the Cowboys, it's going to be somebody with experience. It's going to be somebody who's been a head coach before, and it's going to be somebody who's probably a little bit older. That's just common for what we've seen with this organization. And I don't know what I do have. Actually, I take that back. I do have a couple things that I would think that maybe, but it's like I've heard it here and there, and it's just like
if it makes sense, it won't happen.
Yeah, that's kind of what kills me, right? It's like if it's really going to be somebody that could actually take the reins of it, it's like, man, really though? Like, are they really going to let that happen? I don't know if they will. But that's really what makes me think that they'll bring McCarthy back. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm not saying that you can't win with McCarthy. You can. He's proven that he can win. He's proven that this team can win. But when it really matters, he can't game plan a game for 60 minutes to make it work. And we've seen that time and time again. It can't continue with just this puppeteer head coach. It needs to be somebody with some balls to be able to actually make decisions on the roster, make decisions for who they bring in, who they take out. You have to bring in somebody outside of the yes men that are just like, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's a great idea. Yes, Trey Lance for a fourth. Let's do that. Let's do that. Trey Lance for a fourth. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, that's my last serious subject. Let's get into some fun shit. Last week,
shit.
Mikey, what were you saying about my picks?
One pick, baby.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Last week,
lost to us both.
The great and powerful Rue from the hill country of Texas went 14-2. Cowboy Corner went 11-5. Mikey 520 went 10-6. And Dallas Cowboy Chris also went 10-6. Armando went 16-0 because he didn't pick it. So he didn't pick.
It's probably the best all season I've done.
So Rue won the bet. If y'all was on the show earlier, y'all know what the bet is. So let's pick some games. This is the last week of us picking game. Well, no, we're gonna pick playoff games. But last week we picking Cowboy games. So Saturday that the AFC East decided they're gonna play all their games on Saturday. We got Cleveland versus the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if the Ravens are going to play their people, because if the Ravens win this game, they got the bye, don't they? Oh, no, they got the home game. No. They got the home game.
The 2 seed. Yeah. They locked the 2 seed.
They locked the 2 seed. So, Rue, hold on. I'm going first because Rue won the week. I got the Ravens. Mikey, who you got?
Ravens.
Corner.
Ravens.
21.
Got the Ravens.
Rue.
Sweep it up.
All right. Then we got. This is actually going to be a fucking good game. I'm actually excited about this game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who lost their last 3 games. Right? They lost the last 3 games. They had this fucking division sold up, but the true Steelers colors has come out again because they won't throw the fucking ball. All they want to do is run. I'm going to take the Ohio Bengals. Who you got, Mikey?
Joe Burrow.
Corner.
The Bengals.
21.
I got Pittsburgh. I think they need to win this game.
All right. Rue.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. All right.
Mondo,
Carolina Panthers and Atlanta Falcons need this game, and they need it to keep pace. Because if they don't win this game, we know Tampa Bay is automatically in. I'm going to take the ATL because they at home against the Carolina. Mikey, who you got?
Dirty Birds.
Corner.
ATL.
21.
I got ATL.
Rue.
Panthers.
Panthers. Wow. I was gonna pick the Panthers, but I was scared to do it. All right, Chicago Bears, who Mondo was high on all season, and they just shit the bed for him. Versus Green Bay. I don't think Green Bay is playing anybody, but they playing in Green Bay. So give me.
They couldn't fucking kick a field goal. I swear to God, last week.
I want the pack. Mikey, who you want?
Fudge Packers.
All right, corner.
Green Bay.
21. Your last week, you gonna pick them?
I'm taking Chicago. I think that they get their rivals.
Hey, talking about standing on business.
Rue, who you got, man?
They go prove me right,
man. Let me have the cheeseheads, man. The damn
Cheeseheads, all
cheeseheads.
right. Jacksonville versus what the fuck was Indy doing last week in New York? I'm still confused. On that metrics, let's see. Give me the Jacksonville to keep moving down the draft. Give me the Jags. Mikey, who you go?
I'll take Indy.
All right, corner.
He's copying my picks. I'm doing the Colts.
All right, 21.
I'll take the Colts.
All right, Rue.
This is such a dumpster fire of a game.
Right? Gonna take the home team.
Give me the Jaguars.
All right. Buffalo versus New England. I'm sorry I didn't space that out there. They're playing in New England. I think Buffalo is good for everybody. I'm still taking the Bills. 520.
Bills.
Corner.
He stole my pick again.
All right. 21.
Buffalo.
Rue.
Yeah, right? Like backups or not. Give me the Bills.
All right. Well, we're gonna do this so won't nobody steal nobody else pick. I still don't know what the fuck the Giants was doing. They had the number 1 pick and they decided, no, we want to win this game. And look, we're gonna stop our 11-game losing streak. And now they got the number 4 pick. Philly is sitting everybody. They're in Philly. Give me Philly. Corner.
They're sitting everybody, really?
Yep.
Yeah, Lottie Dottie, everybody.
Everybody.
Give me the Giants.
All right. 520.
Give me the Eagles.
All right. 21.
I really want to pick the Giants. I wouldn't even say that.
I'm taking the Giants.
All right, Rue.
Fuck, man. Like,
Make a
Because
pick.
you know the
man.
Giants would fuck
You ain't
this up.
going 14-2 no more. Come on. Pick-
I really ain't, because like you don't know you really don't know what's left right now.
right.
Yeah,
Are the
it's not real
Giants really
football.
gonna fuck themselves twice? Like, there's no way they're that stupid.
If Dable's out, then yeah.
Give me the Giants.
All right. New Orleans and who lost to Las Vegas last week. What the fuck were they doing?
Yeah, motherfuckers, man.
Tampa Bay need the win. Well, it really well, all these games are at 1:00, so I'm picking Tampa Bay because they won't know Atlanta's score. So give me Tampa Bay. Corner.
Tampa Bay.
Shake and bake.
All right. 21.
Tampa Bay.
Rue.
Bucks.
Bucks. All right. We got the Houston Texans versus the Houston Oilers. Tennessee's at home. Are the Texans playing anybody?
Houston,
I think
Tennessee.
they have to.
Yeah. Give me Tennessee. Corner.
I'll pick Houston.
All right. Mikey.
Houston.
21.
I'm taking Tennessee at home.
Rue.
Houston's so bad on the road, but they gotta win. Give me Houston.
I was about to ask. Are they playing for like a seeding still?
No, because they're gonna win the South, right? Because who else is in the South? It's the Colts are out.
Listen, Jacksonville.
The Colts eliminated
it's over.
themselves.
Like
They got that
they
Peyton
really
Manning
don't have
pass.
to play anyone.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know
Tennessee's
if they will.
picked.
But I feel like this is a team that needs to play. They have not looked good. They just got their ass kicked by Baltimore.
But they
Like,
offensive
on Christmas.
line suck. So do you want to get your quarterback hurt?
Yeah, but they're better than Baltimore's better than them.
Yeah.
Tennessee's got a pretty damn decent defense though. Like it's and Houston has been god awful on the road. Division game. Give me the Texans, but like I'm reluctant about so many of these picks.
All right. Hey, I think the winning record this year is this week is gonna be 6-10. Watch. So, all right. We got the hated punk ass, trick ass, hoe ass 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. They are in Arizona. Give me the Cards. Mike.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals.
All right, Mikey.
Give me San Francisco because they already lost to the Cardinals.
All right. 21.
I'll take Arizona. And they get the sweep over the Niners.
All right. Rue.
If I remember right, he said the road team always wins this game, didn't he? Didn't he always say that?
He did say that.
That's what my son says.
Niners been playing. I mean, they took it to him last week.
Yeah, they play good.
And Garendo, another guy we could have drafted, has been looking pretty good for them in the backfield as well. So yeah, give me San Francisco.
All right. KC is sitting everybody, the coach, the fans, they sitting everybody. Denver need the win also. They gifting this to the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Corner.
Broncos.
21. Rue.
Broncos must win for them. Broncos.
Yeah, that's easy. This is the easy pick. All right. This is actually going to be a good game. I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. I'm going to pick the upset. Give me the Sea Chickens over the Rams. Corner.
Sean McVay's too damn good. Give me the Rams.
All right.
Yeah, the freaking Seattle was anemic as fuck against the shitty ass Bears. No, give me Sean McVay.
All right. 21.
I'll take the Rams.
All right. Rue.
You sideways, Rue. You sideways, Rue.
I'm sitting sideways.
This man a bootleg movie.
Bootleg on the movies. No, but dark horse Super Bowl pick. Give me the Rams.
Yep.
Right.
I'm right there with you, Rue.
All right, Chargers. I'm sure. I don't think they playing anybody because they already locked into where they going. Versus the Raiders. Why the Raiders decide they want to win these last two games when they had the number one pick? Now they're 4. I think 4 or 5. No, they're 5 now. I think the Giants.
They got 4 wins.
Yeah, it's just dumb to me.
And the bad is really fucking bad, bro.
Yeah. So give me the Raiders. Corner.
See, that could have been our draft pick. If they didn't extend Dak, he would have been a Raider here in a few months. So I'm picking the Chargers.
I'm right there with the Chargers.
All right, 21.
I'll take the Chargers. You don't never pick the Raiders.
All right, Rue.
Bolt on. Give me the Chargers.
Miami with the slim hope versus the Jets.
The lowly Jets.
That is so
I
bad.
picked Cleveland last week over Miami, and it was a fucking nice day in Cleveland. What kind of shit
What
is
the
that?
fuck, right? Another
Yeah.
one. Never caught the news.
That's what happens when you think you're the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, I know. And every time I pick the Dolphins, those bitches lose. Give me the Jets. Corner.
Give me McDaniels and the Dolphins.
All right, Mikey.
Give me the fish.
All right, 21.
I'll take the Jets. I think they go out with the win, man.
All right, Rue.
I really want the Jets to win, so fuck Miami. Give me the Jets.
Okay. This is.
I want the Bengals in the playoffs, bro. The Bengals are way more competitive.
Yeah, that's true.
Miami loses. Bengals are in with a win. Give me the fucking Jets. Come on, Aaron. Win a fucking game for once, you piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
After all the trash games
This is the best
that's
game.
going to happen on Sunday,
Game of the
this
year
should
right
be
here.
the fucking game of the year. 14-2. 14-2. Dude, I honestly don't know who do I want. I want this fucking game to be 35-34. That's what I want. I want it 35-34 on the last second fucking game. Give me Skull. Give me the Vikings. Corner, who you got?
Give me the Vikings.
Mikey? Vikings. All right. 21.
Shit, man.
I know.
And Detroit's at home too, huh?
Yeah.
I'm taking Detroit, man. I think they're at home. They got the crowd with them.
This is gonna be a knockout drag, dude. I think this game is gonna be excellent. Rue, you've been waiting on that bubble to bust. They ain't bust yet.
I cannot believe that all of you are picking the Vikings because I really didn't think I'd have any company with this pick. I really didn't. I did not think I'd have any company with this pick. Detroit's amazing, bro. But bro, the Vikings are
I like Brian
stupid
Flores
good.
and I like the receiving core, bro.
I like the defense.
Dude, Brian Flores got them playing.
I can't change because all of you went
I picked the
Vikings.
Vikings because Detroit is hurt, and I think it's gonna catch up to them.
I mean, I can't change just because all of you picked the Vikings, but it's hard not to take that Detroit fruit. Just hang. I mean, like Mondo would be the only one. Mondo could. Mondo might be able to just sweep it up on that pick right there. Goddamn. Nah. Give me Skull, man. I believe I'm a believer.
on the road, baby.
On the road,
I'm a believer, bro.
Skull.
They're a damn good team, and
All
Detroit's
right.
just got so many injuries.
Well, this is a sad Sunday for us Cowboy fans. Last game of the season. The your Dallas Cowboys at high noon, 10 o'clock a.m. here in California will play those hated punk ass, trick ass Washington Commanders. Give me the Cowboys. Cowboys 6-3.
6-3.
Corner. Corner.
In
who
my
you
last
got?
game or what?
Are you in the Cowboys corner? Yes, I am.
You're in the middle. You
Give
got
me a
out of the
score.
corner.
Give me a
for some
score,
reason.
Corner.
I think Cooper Clutch gonna light it up. I think you're gonna see Trey Lance in the fourth. I think he's gonna light it up in one quarter. Give me 35-17. How about them Cowboys?
All right. 520.
Give me 28-13 Dallas Cowboys. Yo, new member right here. I gotta go. I love y'all. Put up with your Cowboys.
All
What
right.
was that? Was that Mikey Power? What is that?
No, it's International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
Oh yeah,
Union,
Power to
baby.
Mikey. That's
Union,
what that is.
baby. Hey, love y'all. Love America. Love America.
All right, peace out. All right, 21.
Man, so I don't know if you. I just like I want to say maybe an hour or two ago, they got a report saying Trey Lance might get most of the snaps this game, right? We might see more. Yeah, so you know, I'm hoping to see that. I hope it does happen. You know, I got the Cowboys. I got Trey Lance showing out in his final, what might be his final Cowboys game, but 27-10 Cowboys.
All right, Rue.
I've got the Commanders finishing out their season 27-13 with a win over the Cowboys.
All right. Well, man, look.
Like you said, we always end it. That's Debbie Downer right there.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, this is an awesome first annual Friday Night Live. You know, it was fun. We got into a lot of things, man, you know, other than the Cowboys, but, you know, we hit the barbershop up nice and sexy today, man. Appreciate Cowboy Corner for joining us. Also appreciate Mikey. He had to run. Also welcome back 21 Armando 21,
Mr. Part Timer.
Yeah, we thought he was Michael Jackson. We thought he was going solo on us. Also, my man, Rue from the Hill Country of Austin. We gonna always hook him, man. We cheering for your horns, man. We cheering for your horns. Matter of fact, Cowboy Corner, who is your college team? Who is your college team?
I don't have a college team. I watch them all.
Okay.
There's too many teams to be keeping up with.
No, it's only one. They in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They're in Ann
Arbor,
Arbor, Michigan.
And
it's only one.
Division 2, JUCO.
It's only. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, man. My nephew. Remember, I told you I used to go up to Iowa see him play. He played for Grandview. They won the national championship. 2 years after he played in the national championship, they lost on the last play of the fucking game. And that was my nephew who played with Tyler Smith.
Dak their quarterback?
Huh?
Was Dak their quarterback?
Anyway, no, Dak was not the quarterback. I don't know why Mike liked to tease me like that. But
that was good.
Hey, but that's how he teased me. Yeah. All right. Damn it, I heard you. Well, look, man, appreciate everybody for joining us, man. To Mike, WWE guy, to John Carter, to St. Louis Joe, Anthony from Cowboy Can Fan, Boots on the Ground, everybody who joined us tonight on Friday night. Y'all could have been doing something else on Friday night, but you decided to join us. We appreciate you. And man, as we always say here on the Cowboy Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro pinches Cowboys.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
What's up, Sulema? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I tweeted.
Hey, man. Hey,
all these videos, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. First day of pads. Say, man, you know, we all play, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me, tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the fact, but tomorrow tells the truth. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got spread shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
Yeah. You come out with that Whataburger in and out one, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's about the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. You know, don't forget to like. You know, if you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.